Welcome to my porch, and this is episode 4 of the Wake9 porch, and I'm here with my buddy Kevin.
Hello.
Sometimes referred to as my friend.
Oh, that's a strong word.
If it
Rob.
is,
It's a strong word.
There is kind of one more quick story.
Is this a quick story?
It's a 2-hour podcast.
I gotta sit here for 2
Yeah,
hours.
I didn't tell you that.
Oh
We're gonna be here for 2
we
hours.
didn't discuss compensation.
Compensation. I'm gonna pay you back the $5.
You know, I'm a little disappointed. I thought when I got here this morning I'd have like a breakfast, eggs and bacon.
Well, you wanted to
hash
put it in.
browns
That was
and
my plan. I didn't want to do that.
Not even a donut. Nothing.
You're right. I should have at least offered you a donut, Kevin. I don't know what we were thinking.
Oh man.
Now Kevin is and this is a compliment. Kevin is very good with his money. He's frugal and always trying to figure out a way that he can.
A lot of people call that cheap. I try to say no, frugal.
Okay, Kevin's cheap,
Okay.
but he makes good because he's always making something. Like he has like this automatic flagpole. It doesn't work in Tennessee, really. I mean, it works, but nobody cares because nobody knows what flag is in
Safety
Tennessee.
flag, automatic orange
flag.
safety flag, yeah. But yeah, Tennessee doesn't have the
Yep.
law that's required.
Yep. So anyway, he does a lot of stuff like that, and so his first SL was that a 2019 or was it an 18?
The 16. This was the SL was the 19. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a 19.
We had an SG prior to that. The
Yes,
16.
and we had the 18, and it was an amazing boat. But the 19, they made a little change in the swim deck, and it caused that the swim deck would kind of drag just a little bit, and it would cause this spray come
Into
off
the wave, yes.
into the wave. And Kevin, I had helped him to contact Supra, and we were working that out. But Kevin had to say, where did you get the other swim deck from?
From your boat.
Was it from my boat?
Yes, you had your 18, and you were at the houseboat, and
Yeah. So he goes, Rob, that's what it was.
in the water.
Yeah,
The
well,
boat's
that's
supposed
where
to-
I'm going.
Yeah.
So Kevin says, hey, Rob, this is a better story than I remember because I forgot it was I thought you. So Kevin, that's right. He wanted to test that it would work so he could go back to Super and say, see, look. And so Kevin says, Rob, you have the 18. He goes, let's just take your SL deck and let's put it on here. I'm like,
That's
okay.
not gonna work.
I don't think so. And then I'm out there on the lake with him. I'm at his houseboat, and he goes, let's do it now. And I'm like, Kevin, I'm not gonna go. We gotta go. I don't even have my truck here. How are we gonna pull things out? And he goes, no, right here.
In the water.
I'm like, what? I'm like, what? And he goes, we're gonna do it right here in the water. And here's the thing. I'm sitting here and I'm looking at him, and I'm like, Kevin, what are you talking about?
These things are heavy.
Yeah, but you said something. I
they
can't
float,
remember
Rob.
what you said back. But Kevin wasn't putting together that my concern was that we were in open water that's, what, 50 foot deep? I said,
Oh, it was, yeah.
oh, no, I know what I
50
said.
deep.
I said, Kevin, how deep is it here?
Yeah.
And he goes, 50? Why? Like, that didn't even make sense to him while I was asking. I go, Kevin, we're going to take the swim deck. I go, do you change your prop in the open water? And he goes, no, that'll sink.
Yeah, come on, duh.
Yeah, I was like, duh. And he's acting like, I go, Kevin, you can't take your swim deck off in open water. He goes, yeah, I can. I've done it before. I'm like, what? And he goes, yeah, I did it. It floats. How do you know? Well, I did it. I said, oh, did you do that test on the ramp where you were only in 3 feet of water so that if it didn't float, then you wouldn't die, because I know you'd hold on and just go down with it, because that would cost you a few $100, so you wouldn't let that happen.
That's cheap.
That's cheap.
That's the definition.
Yes. Or would you, anyway, I knew that he must have tested. He goes, no, I did it right here. I said, Kevin, how did you know for sure that it was going to float? I just figured it would float. So he tells me this story, and Kevin, you have to understand, whenever Kevin goes in the water, are you a good swimmer?
I mean, I have asthma, so I can swim, but for not very long.
Yeah, Kevin always puts on a life jacket, but he puts it on upside
like
down.
Like a diaper.
He puts it on like a diaper, and that's fine.
It's a bobber. I'm just a bobber with my Coors Light.
You have to understand that. You get the picture of this guy by himself wearing a diaper and a Coors Light, one-handed doing and taking apart the bolts to his swim deck and then going, huh, it floats.
Yeah.
In 50 feet of water.
Yeah.
Where his houseboat is. And now he's asking me to back my boat up.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at him, I go, you're nuts. But here's my weakness. This would be great to film. And I did.
Yeah. You have that film too?
I do have that somewhere.
One of these days we're going to have to just reminisce.
We gotta get
a lot of these old
Yes,
old
a lot
reels.
of these old. So I said, okay, here's what we're going to do, Kevin. I'm going to pull my boat and I'm going to back up. But you're taking your swim deck off first. Swim deck off first.
Be careful, Rob.
Yeah, be careful.
There's no edit button.
And you're going to take it off. And you're going to prove to me that thing floats. You're going to take your hands off it. We're going to make sure there's nothing in. There's no cables, and it's all good. And then I will let you take the one off. He's like,
well,
yeah.
I'll be honest with you too. At that point, I had taken your style swim deck. I knew that one floated for sure, but mine I did not know yet because it's open in the bottom. The old style is just it's fiberglass.
So were you sweating it at all?
No,
because you did. I don't remember you telling me that.
I assumed that they both floated since
yes,
the one did. My assumption
you
is
assumed in 50 feet of water. You assumed.
Yeah. So anyway,
this is Kevin.
Yeah, we took them both off. We got the lily pad mat out just to be safe.
Yeah, because that'll I'm sure that'll save everything.
Well, just so I didn't lose screws and bolts and stuff. And
so he had the lily pad out and he took his deck off.
Yeah,
and he
but I showed him it floated. I'm like, look, it floated.
And I'm like, man, okay, Kevin. And so we swapped decks right there. Went out, tested.
Be careful, Rob.
We swapped the swim platforms right there.
That's better.
We went out.
This is my mind.
I can hear people laughing behind me. We went out on the water and it fixed it.
Yeah.
It definitely
no
fixed
spray.
it.
Yeah.
It fixed it. Sent the video to Supra and, anyway, they worked it all out. And then we came back and we swapped the swim platforms. We
re-swapped.
We re-swapped swim platforms and came back. And that's it.
Test successful.
Test successful.
Yep. Didn't we put the old one on, or the new style one on the 18 too, or did we not go that far? I can't remember. That was so long ago.
We may have.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Because we were trying to get as much video
I think
before and after.
I think it was because we wanted to also say, look, when you put this on my boat, it causes the problem.
Yeah.
And we didn't do that. And Super was very helpful. We got that.
Absolutely.
We got that all
resolved.
Worked out. And you know what was interesting about that story too? One of the things that happened, and I don't like doing this, but sometimes this makes a good story. This is one of the experiences that I had with Supra. And there have been many where I realized that these guys are serious engineers. Because my first thought was, okay, somebody made a change, they didn't test it,
right.
and because that was my experience before. The changes are made, nobody tests them, and then this kind of thing happens.
Right.
When I contacted the engineer at Supra and we talked about it, he had all kinds of information about what they tested, how they did it, and whatever. And then we went out to Tennessee, which we didn't go just for the, well, no, we kind of did. I mean, did you come with us that time?
I don't remember.
I don't maybe remember if you did. But anyway, we went out to Tennessee. And they met us out there, had another deck to switch back and forth and tested with us. And I think a lot of it just had to do with the fact that we weighted the boat differently than they normally do in their testing. But they thoroughly tested, and he wanted to see it, wanted to understand exactly what was going on, because this didn't come up in this testing, and that very much bothered him. Like, we need to get to the bottom of this. And I was blown away by that. And since then, since we've done it, like one of the things that we do when we weight our boats is that we have learned, and I'm going to do a video about this in a few weeks, is that getting the bow up a bit and speeding up is the key to that massive pushy wake. It wastes some gas, but that is the money wave, because when you get the bow up a little bit, you get more push, but it shortens the wave. But when you speed up a little bit, it puts the wave back to being long, but it doesn't offset the amount of push, maybe just a little bit. So you end up with this beautiful, big, long, pushy wave, and the Super reacts to that so well. And so when we started doing that, Super had to kind of alter the way they test some of their stuff a bit, because we did that, Super and Moomba. So anyway, that was a fantastic story. So Kevin, I think we've killed. Everybody knows.
Yeah.
One, they know a lot about you. They know a lot about me too, but I've been doing this for a long time.
Right.
So now we got you up to speed with Kevin.